What's going on, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook? It's your boy Smoking Me TV, rolling up with another one. We got your girl in the building from In the Ring with Christine Lopez. How you feeling today, Christine?
I am doing well. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for the invite.
It's definitely an honor. Like I told you before we got on this live, this was something that I really wanted for a while. I feel like you're a very interesting person, especially when it comes to the USA boxing.
Thank
I have
you.
a kid. I have a son that boxes, and pretty soon we're trying to get him in the mix of all of that stuff as well.
That's fabulous. That's so good. I love it.
You know, I meant to tell you too the day I seen you, but I really didn't get it. It was so much going on. I really didn't get a chance to talk to you. But congratulations with you and Chicken.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying? Chicken did the thing. That's my people's, man. I love Chicken.
Yeah, it's been a great ride with her. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she's definitely one of my favorite female fighters. I love the come up. You know what I'm saying? She fought my favorite female fighter, Jamie the Miracle Mitchell. They had a draw.
Uh-huh.
They had to draw.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would love to see the rematch, but unfortunately, no longer Jamie is boxing anymore.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Um,
true.
but they had their little issues too, and thank God, like I'm a person of peace. You know, like I really don't like the drama.
Hmm.
Um, and Jamie's like my sister. Chicken is very cool people, so I was fortunate to be able to bring them together and
Oh, well,
not
that's great.
have no
Appreciate
issues. And,
that.
and she told her a couple of things to look for fighting the
I,
championship
I
fight.
I remember that. Yeah, she did tell me about that.
You know what I'm saying? And thank God I was the one that was able to put that together. I
Oh,
think I
well, that's
fought
great.
chicken.
Thank
I
you.
think I fought chicken like it was like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, she was probably up.
And she picked up the phone. She was asleep. You could
Yeah.
tell she was asleep, and she picked up the phone. And I'm
Yep.
like, this is definitely a great person. You know, she
Yes,
picked
she
up the
is.
phone to little old me, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's something. But let's get into you a little bit.
Yeah,
You got
definitely.
into you got into boxing in 2000. Am I correct?
It was 2000 when I officially, yes, took the leap. Yes.
What was it that made you take that leap?
I've loved boxing since I was a kid. I mean, I'm gonna age myself, but Rocky came out when I was 6 years old, the first Rocky, and I was in love with it. Also, my cousin Jesse Benavides, he won three, titles: USBA, WBO, NABF, as a world champion. My grandfather from the other side, so it was in my blood, and I was around it, and I saw it. But so it was always like in the back of my mind that I wanted to somehow be involved. um and then I was in my late 20s and single mom, had a bunch of boys and girls, and I was like, now's my time. I'm gonna go in there. I had 8 kids at the time. Walked in there and I wanted to box too, so I started training with my kids, and then eventually started coaching them, and I haven't left the gym since then, even for a moment.
Okay, so you started off just coaching your kids.
Absolutely. I started off trying to box myself, but they wanted to box, and I was asked, "Hey, do you want to learn, how to be a coach?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So, yeah, that's how I started coaching my kids.
Now that's great. Like I ain't no coach, you know what I'm saying? But I help my son. I help my
Yes.
son from here and there, with whatever I can help him with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I did box a little bit myself, and I was a big football player in high school.
Hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying, that kind of runs hand in hand. Like I can help him out a little bit, but not too much. I
Right.
ain't a coach. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
that's great because look, you went from just coaching your kids to now you're coaching championship fighters.
Yes, absolutely. It's been quite a journey. It's been a beautiful thing. I stayed at that gym about 7 years, then opened my own. Started working with different fighters, and started working cuts because it was a need at the time, with some of our pros. And then it was about 2018, I was invited to join the national team in Colorado, and was able to go to two Olympics, which is has been amazing experience.
Now, tell us about that experience. We don't get we like I've talked to a couple of fighters, but
Hmm.
I've never heard like the side of the coach's side. of being a
Yeah.
coach.
It's a dream come true. It is the highest level that you can be as a coach in the amateurs. And I was just really blessed at the time, that I had applied 5 years before to go up to Colorado and to start learning from the best and be on the team, and I didn't get a call back, and it was 5 years, and I said, you know what, it's okay. I've got my gym, I've got my guys. I do have national champions myself. I had some guys and girls that had made it, and so it was okay. And then when I least expected it, I got a call, and they wanted me to go up there and see, how I would fit in. And I didn't stop going from that moment, until this last Olympics. So I learned a lot. It was like I was in high school, and going there, it was like going to college and graduating. Um, just a different perspective. And then being able, so during Tokyo Olympics, it was COVID, so it
Yeah.
was a whole different deal. Like, it was just very limited. I was very blessed that I even got to go, because they were not letting a lot of coaches and a lot of people from the outside come in. I didn't get to work any of the corners, because of that, but I was able to be there and witness it, and see our team, win medals, and then continue on with the new team and going to Paris. And I was able to work, some corners on, in the Olympics in Paris. And man, it's a dream come true. It really is.
All right. So coming through the USA boxing circuit, right? Like, what are some of those challenges that fighters and coaches have to go through?
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges, because we're a family, and when we're up there, I mean, I lived in Colorado more than I even lived here in Texas with my blood family. And so, you have to really learn to, get along, and accept the differences that you're going to have with the staff and with the coaching, with the coaches. And then also, you really have to bond with the athletes. And I never had a problem with that. I've always been pretty easygoing and able to work with just about everybody, so that was okay. But I'm sure that there are some challenges with other coaches that don't quite mesh, or don't quite, you know, um, find that middle ground, because we have to work together, we have to live together. They have to trust us, to get them on the podium. So there's a few things that come up, but overall, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It really is.
All right. So being a trainer for what, about 25 years, you would say?
Yeah, 25
25,
years.
26
Yes.
years. Like, have you came up with like any like specific training method that you use that like you feel like you created and works for you?
So there's a difference in the amateur, boxing, and in the pros. It's not excuse me, it's not major, but in the amateurs, you have to continuously change your angle. You have to continuously make points, throw shots, um from, depending on where you're at, but I'm going to say elites, for 3 minutes. You have to make points, and usually, long range, long distance is used for that. You don't want to get in the pocket. You don't want to be close or mid range unless you have to. Um, and you have to be able to, like, punch stepping back, and there's so many things that you have to work on. It's more fast paced than when I work with pros. With pros, they're sitting on their punches a little bit more. There's not as much movement, but we're still picking our shots. I personally, in the gym, we do a lot of drills. My gym is Texas Select Boxing Club. You can see on Instagram that we do a lot of head movement drills. One thing that I noticed is that, a lot of our guys and girls, they're not moving their head. They're not slipping punches. They're not leaning back. You know, you roll when you're mid range, but not a lot of them are doing that either. So we really work on safety first, giving you
Okay.
all the tools. Move your head, move your feet. Don't punch from your chest. You got to protect yourself for both sides. And footwork. The basics. We do the basics every day. Something with
Okay.
my world champion, with my ranked fighters and the amateurs, with national champions. We are constantly going over the basics, constantly. to almost, it gets like repetitive, but it has to be muscle memory. So that's something that that I do and I think is very important.
All right, all right. Like, what do you have, like, advice wise on somebody that's trying to make a name for themselves through the amateurs in the USA circuit?
Yeah, my advice is to find a good gym, a reputable gym, and a good coach. I think some of the red flags when you walk into a gym and maybe you've never boxed before are coaches that will immediately put you in there to spar. To me, that is just absolutely not right. And I can be quoted on this because you're just trying to survive. You don't even know what you're doing, and then you're up against guys that have been boxing forever. So that's a total red flag. When you can walk into a gym and you say, hey, maybe it's my first time, or I only have limited knowledge in boxing, and the coach starts working with you, on hand placement, footwork, and movement, with your head, blocking punches, then you're somewhere safe. you
Okay.
know but just to be thrown in there, it's that's totally a red flag for me. And I say, get with a coach, get with a gym, and stick to them. There's a lot of hoppers, that maybe a boxer doesn't like what a coach said or whatever, and they hop around to different gyms. Well, they're never going to learn because they don't sit somewhere to actually learn. And that's a big mistake unless it's just something really horrible that coach is doing. And then do all the club shows, do all the smokers, do all the local tournaments until you feel really secure and you feel like it's time to go to nationals. And then when you go to nationals, dare to be great. Dare to be great because you're going to be fighting the top in the nation, and just go from there.
Okay. Okay. Um, Something that I definitely took from what you said was like when my son first started, um, first week, they like, yo, how big is your son? And this is a coach that I never talked to that was already in the gym. And
Yeah.
he came to me when my son's coach wasn't there. We were waiting for him. I was just setting my son up to get on the treadmill and start jumping rope. And he goes, how big is your son? And I'm like, probably like 120, 130 pounds. But my son's short and
Mhm.
chubby. He was
Mhm.
chubby at the time. Like COVID really blew him up.
Oh, sure.
So I'm like, I'm looking at this kid already. I'm looking at him. In my head, I already know what this is. They're going
Yeah.
to get a great spar with this kid.
Sizing them up.
I said, I heard them talking that the kid got a fight coming up. So I'm like, this, that, and the third, but why, what happened? And he goes, well, you think that he can get in the ring with this kid? He got a fight coming up. And I'm like, hell no. I'm like, I've been watching that kid for the past
Good.
weeks. I said, and this kid is nice. My son ain't no punching bag. I said,
Right. Exactly.
give him some time. And they like, nah, we've been watching your son for 2 weeks too. And we think that your son could either hang with the kid or possibly show him something. I'm like, man, listen, this kid been in here for 2 years. My son's been in here for 2 weeks. And
Hmm.
his coach came to me and he goes, what happened? And I told him. He said, and they want him? I said, yeah. They said, yo, listen, let your son go. And I'm like, hell no. He's like, let your son go. He said, I'm telling you, let him go. And my son is looking at me. He goes, Dad, I'm gonna knock him out. I said, man, let's shut up. You know nothing about boxing, bro.
Yeah.
Said there was a reason why your grandfather told me not to box. I said there was a
Yeah.
reason. I said I had a lot of head problems, bro. Like where I said, I get them headaches, and he goes, yeah, and I'm like, that's where it came from between that and football. I said I did it hard and rough every time. Um,
Hmm.
and still, my son just kept going, and we went home. And he cried to his mom, and
Yeah.
his mom was like, oh, just let him in there. I said, you sure you want this? I said, this ain't something that you play. You
Yeah.
don't.
You can't play.
I said, you don't play boxing. And she goes, yo, if he wants it, let him. I said, all right, cool. And somehow the first round came out and they told him just use his jab. Boy, ain't know nothing about a jab. So he's trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was noticing that the kid was a little bit smaller than him. He really didn't
Yeah.
have too much power. And then the second round, they said, yo, let your hands go. And my son jumped up in there and he sent the boy out there crying. But I
Yeah.
told him, I brought him home and I said, yo, listen, you're not sparring again. I said, I'm trying to tell you something. I said, yo, look, I said, your coach did that to prove something wrong to them people, and the people tried to set you up. I said,
Yeah.
yo, you're not ready for this yet.
It
You're not.
happens.
I told him, I said, yo, bro, you could really get hurt in here, man. Like, and I made him watch the Patrick Day fight. After that, he said, all
Yeah.
right, cool. I know what it is. It's all right. And he didn't spar for like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
for like 4 months, and then we let them get up in there slowly with
Yeah,
somebody.
that's good. And
More,
a lot of young men and women, they're at different levels. Like I get that hello, how you doing?
yo, hold on,
Yo,
I'm sorry.
yo, what it
These
Hello,
are
do?
my
hello.
these are my co-hosts. This is AK the Apostle from Let's Talk
Nice to
Sport.
meet y'all. Nice
And
to meet y'all.
you,
Nice to meet y'all.
you probably seen this fellow right here, even in Texas. He's from Houston. It's my guy, Joe Prophet from the OSOS podcast. Um,
Okay.
he's at every
You know,
fight.
it's rodeo time. I'm gonna say howdy. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
was gonna say that hat right there, that gave it away.
Come on now, come on now. You know it's rodeo time.
That's good. That's good. No, everybody's at different levels. We were talking about, going into a gym. Every people ask me, "Hey, how long do you think it's going to take before my son or my daughter can spar or do this?" Well, it depends on your son and daughter. Like, how quick are they gonna learn? So,
You
yeah,
know, listen, I was scared for my son. That first sparring session, my heart was in my behind. My mind was somewhere else. I was
yeah,
scared. I was scared to death because I'm looking at this little kid. I'm like, he's a little kid, but so is my son. And I'm looking at the way his form was, the way he
hmm,
took the bag, and I'm just like, nah, my son don't. He's not ready for this. He's
right,
ready
right,
for it, but still, I'm like, nah, I'm not letting you get back in this for a little
yeah.
while. And he's looking pretty good.
That's good. That's good. Keep him there. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference between training those amateurs and training the pros, like somebody like Chicken?
Well, like I said before, like in the amateurs, it's about making points. It's about you're going. I'm like you have to be moving the whole 3 rounds, and in training a pro, I mean, you still want to move your feet, you still want to use your range, but you're sitting on your punches more. You're not throwing as much as you would in the amateurs. um and we but still like the same with my amateurs, we break everything down, we slow everything down, and we go back to the basics always. I make sure her feet are good, her jab is good, her head movement. We've had some problems, we had some problems in her last fight, where she had her chin all up in the air. So we make sure that she's got her chin down, and just some of the same things, but just not as many punches as the amateurs.
Okay, okay. And what is your goal through this boxing journey? Like, what is it that you ultimately want to get out of this?
It's so funny because it changes so much. I mean, when I first started, 25 years ago, um, my goal was to make sure that my kids were protected and that they were the best that they could be. And then I had a goal of opening a gym, and I did that 7 years later. And then it was, working some cuts on TV and coaching on TV and joining Team USA and having a world champion. And it changes. And now I love this. Like I have a show too, and I love doing the podcasting stuff, and one day I'd like to commentate. So there's a lot of goals, but it seems like God is really blessing me and putting me in the right path, so I'm very grateful.
You know,
I
that's
ain't
that's
gonna lie, Christine. I gotta ask you this because you said this so casually.
Yes, sir.
25 years ago.
Yes.
So like I got. How old are you, Christine? Because you
I'm
don't look old.
Thank
Like
you. Thank you. Thank
all.
you. It's the
All.
boxing. I'm 54. I'm 54. I
man,
drink my
stop it,
water.
dog. Get
I
out of
work
here.
out,
I'm
54.
34,
54.
34 maybe.
Yeah, that's
Oh, you're
crazy.
awesome. Y'all are great. Yeah. 11 kids, 13 grandkids.
You got
Um,
11 kids?
I do. I have 10 biological and one stepson. And then we have 13 grandkids, my husband and I. And yeah, I stay active. I stay very active.
You listen,
Wow. Yeah,
listen.
yeah, yeah. That I ain't gonna lie. That he almost put me on mute with that one. That's crazy.
For real,
I ain't
no
gonna lie.
disrespect.
Yeah, that,
Thank
hey,
you.
Kept all
yeah,
of your
yeah. Y'all
beauty.
getting it in over there for sure.
You kept
Appreciate it.
all of your beauty, your youth, and all of that with 11 kids, 13 grandkids.
Thank
That's
you.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
Appreciate
So,
that.
so how is that? Managing all that with what you got going on. 11 kids. That's a team.
My kids are grown. They're all
Okay.
grown, married, with their kids, their own family, And the only ones I have at home are my two babies. They're in college. One's 20, one's 18. So life is good. Life is easy right now. You know,
Yeah.
we got them through, and life is easy. Life is
Are, are,
great.
are any of them fighters? Any of them fight?
They were in the past. I have sons that were pros. My daughter was a national champ. My goddaughter that lived with me was too. A lot of them won nationals. Now they're older and they went to college or they have their careers. My youngest child, who's 20, he helps me coach. He's learning a lot. But yeah, they've all done it. I had a son that was in the World Series of boxing. So yeah, we were definitely a boxing
Yeah,
family.
I'm still just flabbergasted, Joe.
Sound like a boxing
Like
lady.
she's a
Yeah,
grand. I never seen a grandmother. Like again, no disrespect. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah. No, yeah.
each. I've never seen a grandmother this beautiful.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Shout out to you and your husband, man. Y'all, hey, man. Yo,
Real,
that's
for
so
real.
out of everything that you said and that I've just heard, you know, your accomplishments and everything you've been through. Like, what would you say is the one accomplishment that you like? Damn, I did that. You know what I mean? Like, I
You know
did that.
what? You know what? So I have had a wonderful boxing life, and I'm not done. Many accolades, but I would tell you one of the most exciting moments. One of the most exciting moments, and I've had a few, but I'm just gonna tell you the one for me is I was honored to be asked to work cuts for Maurice Hooker when he was with B&B with Bo Max, Saul, Coach Red. I was asked to be the cut woman. And look, talk about living a dream. That was amazing. I was able to do
Mighty
that. So
Mo.
shout out to them. That was so exciting.
Which fight
That's
was that? Which fight was that?
It's whenever he fought Maurice, his last fight when he fought what's his name, light skin. Woo, my mind just went blank. He
Blair
talks
Cobb.
crazy. He talks crazy. Would you say?
Blair Cobb.
Yes, Blair Cobbs. Thank you.
Yeah,
Go back
yeah.
and watch the Blair Cobbs fight. That's me in the corner. Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes, thank you.
That's lit. That's lit.
Definitely is true. I got like it's crazy, y'all, because she was standing. I'm standing directly next to this lady, right?
Yes,
I'm
yes.
standing directly next to her, not even realizing it's her. I'm thinking it's just one of Chicken's friends because Texas came out to New York for Chicken. You know what I'm saying? There was a bunch of Texas people out there for her. And I'm
Yeah.
standing right next to Christine. I'm interviewing Chicken. Me and Chicken talking, Chicken yelling at me. And she's like, what we telling me? The whole time I'm standing right there with her. Not a word. I ain't said a word. I felt crazy.
No,
Mm.
I'm like, oh,
good.
that's Christine. I said, damn, bro. I was supposed to interview her a while back.
Yeah, you good. You good. She you
Now
know
check
what?
this
She
out.
was the woman of the hour. She needed all the attention and the praise for sure.
Nah, fat, she did her thing. Yo,
Hey,
listen,
Christine,
I did your thing
Yes,
I,
out
sir.
there, Christine.
I
100%.
got a question for you because you
Yes.
know you got a lot of boxing experience. You got a lot of boxing knowledge, and I know you saw the Tank fight last week.
You know it.
All right, now in all your years, have you ever seen something like that where a fighter takes a knee and then go gets his face wiped in the corner?
Never.
You know what I mean? Like,
Listen,
what was going through your mind when you saw that?
I was like, is this a movie? Like, is this for real?
Come on.
Like, and then nothing. It's like, the count starts and then it stops and then it's like almost like, you okay, baby? You all right? What?
Man, yeah. And it's crazy because a referee like Steve Wilkes, how we say it now,
Yeah,
he's a hell of a referee. Like
he
he been
is.
yeah, he does some great things in the sport. Probably gonna go down as a Hall of Fame referee.
Right.
But to make a glaring mistake and like that, I was flabbergasted. I ain't gonna lie,
Same. I
it
was
took me
too.
by storm.
I
Yeah,
was
it
too.
was crazy. Now, look at AK making that face, but I mean it was crazy.
Well, and
I
then
don't
after
know.
that, you hear what Roach says, where, because you see where he and Tank are exchanging words.
Right.
And he's like, you're not going to win this fight. And Roach is like, what? He's like, they're not going to give it to you. And I'm just like, wow, there was like
Yeah,
some
that's crazy.
unspoken words before the fight. Like, the champ's going to stay the champ.
Right.
no matter
Right.
what.
That was insane. That was
Now,
insane.
supposedly, we supposed to be hearing something by the end of this week about a appeal decision or something like that. You know,
Yeah, it
in
doesn't
your
look good.
experience, yeah, in your experience in all the years you've been in the sport of boxing, I know we already we already figured out we ain't never seen nothing like that. But have you ever
Yeah.
seen where a decision was overturned where they took a loss and turned it into somebody's win? You know what I mean? Have you ever seen something like that?
Only with with the Haney Ryan Garcia because of the Austrian
Australia.
whatever but no, I
Yeah.
haven't. I mean, it's like almost impossible to overturn a decision.
Yeah. Well,
Hashtag run it back.
Yeah,
what's
Run it
that,
back.
AK?
Hashtag run it back.
that's
Oh,
what I say.
absolutely. Yeah. You got to see. You know what I think I ain't like though. Uh, right after the fight, when they asked Tank about running the back, he was like, "Yeah, I want to do it, but it ain't gonna be next. We already know who we got next." I was like, "What are you talking about, dude? This is unfinished business, man." And then,
Exactly.
yeah, but then
You
I like
see
what
me
Lamont
you
did. I felt
trying to
like
be
that was
mad.
a chess move by appealing this, and what I'm saying, actually forcing his
Yes,
hand.
me
Yeah,
too.
the Tank started talking different. Oh yeah,
Oh, he did.
I'm pushing for the rematch now.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know
let me get out of the ring and something like that happens, and they ask me about a rematch. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna get it back. Right? Yeah, let's get right to it.
exactly.
No
Come
hesitation.
on, man. What we talking about?
That's how it should be.
Exactly. Well,
What are you implying, Joe?
yeah,
What are you
well,
implying?
I don't think I implied anything. I was straightforward with that. I can't, boom, straight.
Um,
I ain't go left. I wasn't trying to shake and bake. I came straight at it. I thought it was, pretty cut and dry. You know what I
so
mean?
with like with
Tank
the
playing.
landscape of boxing today, like how do you see it?
Well, it's changing for sure. I mean, we're hearing now, about Dana White and Uncle Turk, as my girl Crystal calls him, and this boxing league. And I have so many questions. What's going to happen with the promoters? I'm hearing allegedly the Top Rank and the Golden Boy are on board a little bit, but I'm trying to understand exactly how this is going to work. Especially, we have the Muhammad Ali Act, and it looks to me like that's going to be like ignored. So I
Yeah,
have
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
great,
questions.
great.
It's changing. It's definitely changing with Uncle Turk and his big pockets, deep pockets. It's changing.
You think it's changing for the worse or for the better?
I mean, it just depends. I mean, I love the fact that the boxers are getting paid. I love that. I don't love the fact that Sky Nicholson has been the only female, on Riyadh season. There's a lot of women that
Mm.
that need to be, highlighted as well.
Facts.
And so
Chicken,
yeah, yeah,
chicken.
absolutely.
And
So
then
so
shit,
it's kind of up in
they
the air.
chicken Ebony Bridges or whoever got another one of them belts Riyadh season. That's lit.
That's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. So there's pros and cons. I'm just kind of sit back and see how it plays out because one day Uncle Turk might get bored, pick up his ball and want to go play something else.
Hmm.
How long is this going to last?
I never thought about it like that neither.
Hmm.
If he leave, it's definitely gonna mess up boxing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, people are expecting to get these humongous purses, because of what he's paying out. And so the guys that can't compete are the other promotional companies. They can't compete with the numbers that he's doing, the amounts he's
No.
doing. So what's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, you know what's gonna happen though, Chrissy? To be honest, it sounds crazy, but it's already kind of started. Like a lot of these guys that been getting babied in their career and carried a
Hmm.
certain way and moved a
Hmm.
certain way, they gonna get
Hmm.
exposed. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to my boy Jared Anderson, but he's one. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah, I love
McCauley.
Jared.
Me
I love
too. Me
him.
too.
I was
Me
in
too.
camp with him.
Yeah.
Love the
Listen.
kid.
Listen. Hey, Bob and them, they advised this
Yeah.
guy not to get in there with McCauley. He wasn't ready yet. He was not ready yet. They already knew what
Yep.
McCauley possessed. They knew he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But Uncle Turkey threw that money. Hey,
Yeah.
he couldn't turn it down. He couldn't turn it. Biggest payday he's seen in his life. Jumped
And you
all over.
see, Tank, he just totally poops on him. Well,
Right.
I mean, if he did go with him, he's gonna have to fight some of the guys that we really want him to see
Come
fight.
on. He don't want to do that. He don't want to do that. See, people thought Shakur was talking crazy when he was like, hey, Come on, man. This dude ain't what you think he is, dog. Like y'all looking at smoke and mirrors. And PBC, they are good for smoke and mirrors. I'm sorry, they are. They are. I love Earl Spence, but that was a smoke and mirror. I'm sorry. He's great. He's great. He's a great fighter. He's an Olympian. I love him. Smoke
He's
and
our
mirrors.
guy.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Dude, one fight, they smoking mirrors. You gotta stop
Okay,
that, boy.
see that. See, I'm gonna tell you
Dude
why. Look,
have
I'm gonna tell
one
you this.
tough fight or a
No,
whole
it's
fight
not
they
about the one
smoking
fight,
mirrors.
AK.
Stop that, bro.
AK, let me ask you this. Why have we not seen Errol Spence since that fight? Since July 2023?
Can I answer that one time, bro?
Go ahead.
With
Yeah,
Earl Spence, I'm definitely a Bud fan. The world knows that my number one fighter is Bud Crawford. Period. But we got to be real at the same time. That man was not in just one, but two car accidents. I watched the man after he came off all of that mouth surgery and all of that. I watched him at a Frank fight, at a Frank Martin fight with a lump on the corner of his eye that came from that second accident. Then you went in there with Danny Garcia. I don't care what nobody think about Danny Garcia. Stand there and let him punch you and see how you feel.
Yeah.
Ugas had him looking around the ring. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Looking for that mouthpiece. That man did some stuff and Bud put the finishing touches on him. That's
Yeah,
what
it's tragic. I love EJ. It was it was hard to watch. I mean, I was at the time I was definitely going for Bud, but I hated to see what happened to him. It hurt. Like it literally hurt. I happened to be at the fight and it was just it hurt. It did.
Yeah, that had to be
like,
that had to be painful to see him hurt.
as hard as I went on Bud beating Spence, when I was in the gym with Afacio Falcone in his gym, Underdog Boxing Gym. We in there and I'm sitting right next to Facio and like we grabbing on each other like, yo, he's going down. But after the fight, like I'm looking at him in the locker room and he's talking to his son and I'm like, damn. Like
they was wrong for the epilogue, man. That was wrong. They
I'm like,
that was crazy.
this man really took a bad one. And I don't think it's gonna be the same. Because immediately he was speaking like he was punch drunk.
Yeah.
Immediately right after he was speaking like he was punch drunk. I heard him speak lately, but you could hear the twitch in it a little bit.
Yeah, it's sad.
I feel bad for Earl. You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike him. He's a great fighter. I just didn't think.
But look, you could say that right there, Smoke. But then, and look at somebody like the guy that just lost just last weekend, El Rayo. He got beat up, came back, won a world title, got beat up again. He coming back, dog. We not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So it's like. And that's one thing about that kind of gets me with Earl Spence, because you a Texas dude, bro. You from DeSoto, Texas, dog. Like, one thing about it, I know, I'm pretty sure in his heart, he want to go back and get that, but it's like, hey, you just not really showing the will. Look what you even try to do. You try to come back and cut Bud and try to get in there with a Fondora. Y'all trying to do all kind of slick little moves to get him out the way. Come on, man. That's not how we do it, dog. That's not how we do it down here in Texas, man.
I don't know if y'all saw, he had made a post saying that he hadn't worked out in 2 years. And I, look, I love him. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I personally do not want to see him get back in the ring. I don't. I think he's taking so much damage. I want him to raise his family. Hopefully, I think he invested well. He's got some property, he's got some horses. I want to see him happily and be able to talk and like do the things he needs to do. I promise I do not want to see him in the ring again. He'll break my heart.
Damn. Yeah, AK, you can make them faces, man. This coming back from somebody that's been in this for 25 years. Not only has she been in this, her grandfather and her father did this, man.
And I have to tell you, I've known, and I'm not just dropping names or whatever, but I mean, I've known him since he was 15. When he first went into Gene Vivero's gym, and when he first started boxing, he used to fight my sons. He used to spar my sons. I know his pops. That's why it's closer to me, and I just don't want to see him taking any more damage. I don't.
All right, now I know we got you for like maybe 7-8 more minutes.
No, I'm good till 7. You're good.
All right, cool. What was I getting ready to ask you?
Yeah, sometimes that Spence conversation to do that.
Let me ask y'all a question. If I can.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
by a show of hands, how many of y'all had Roach winning before the fight even came out? Or did y'all think that Tank was cherry picking?
I definitely thought he was cherry picking for
I
sure.
thought he was cherry picking, but I
I thought he
definitely
was
had,
gonna sleep
I
him.
don't think I told people
I
he was
only
gonna
know
come out
one
with
person
that.
that stood on that, Chrissy. That was like the whole time this man thought that hey Lamar Roach was gonna do that, and he's definitely not on this panel right now. He's not.
First of
Shout
all,
Me
out, shout out
too.
to
first of all,
JM.
time out. First of all, before you
We're
do
not
that,
doing that, AK. I don't know. I know you was rocking with Antoine for sure. I don't know about Lamar Roach.
hold on.
I'm not saying you wasn't.
I'm
I don't
from the
know.
DMV.
I
I'm
know.
from the
Okay.
DMV. I
Okay.
never ever said a damn fighter never had a chance against nobody. But we don't do that out here.
No,
So
no,
I know
no. So you thought
we don't
Lamar
do
Roach
that.
was gonna
We
beat
don't
Tank?
do that out here.
No. So
We
you
don't,
thought Lamar Roach was gonna beat Tank?
no, I didn't pick him to win, but I didn't say he
That's
didn't
what
have
she
a
just
chance.
asked.
That's what she asked.
She said, do I think Tank was cherry picking? No.
Nah, she
Oh,
asked
okay.
that too. That was part of
She
the
asked that
question.
too. See, you see how you
That
want to
was
go to the
part of
second
the
half of the
question.
question.
That was
He
part of
come
the
Bro,
on, man.
listen
Come
what
on,
you're
man.
saying. Listen what you're saying.
You,
Did I
Okay.
think
you
Tank was
first
cherry picking
tell
Lamar
me right
Roach?
now,
No.
AK.
Because I know
Okay.
Lamar Roach.
No problem. No. So, but did you think he was gonna win though?
I didn't pick him to win, but I didn't think he
All
was
right,
going
cool.
All right,
But
to
you
that's
from the DMV though?
that's it.
no.
That's
I didn't pick him to
Oh, okay.
win. But I didn't say,
Okay.
but the part you saying, well, we thought it was a cherry pick and he didn't have a chance. No, that was never a thought
So,
in my
so,
mind.
so let me ask you this. So
I
why you
think
say you
him
from the
he was going
DMV
to
though?
stand
You
up.
wasn't going for him.
What you say?
I said, why you say you from the DMV and you wasn't even going for this man to win the fight?
I didn't
You just
pick
trying to
between,
let us know?
for one, I didn't pick for either one of them because I'm cool with both camps.
Oh my God, stop it. What is that? What is this allowed in the smokehouse? What are we doing right now?
Bro,
That's allowed in the smokehouse? Come on, man. We can't straddle the
now
fence like
look.
that.
come on.
We can't straddle the fence like that.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I have relationships with these people, bro. I'm cool with both camps. So
So
I
you
never
can't pick
made a pick.
a winner because you cool? You think they're gonna what?
Bro, listen, you'd be surprised what you get into trying to do that.
Yeah,
Nah,
I've
nah,
gotten
he,
into
he
some
right
trouble
about that.
about that. That's
I
true.
mean,
But
you know, it's something. You know what? I agree with y'all. Some people might be sensitive when it comes to
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but I don't even care. You know, I don't care. You know what I mean? Just because if I pick against you, that don't mean like I don't like you as a. You know
yeah.
what I'm
You
saying?
picking a
Like
corner.
Antoine.
You picking
Antoine
a
might be mad
corner.
at me about what I said about El Rayo, but hey,
He
listen,
is. He
that,
is.
that's
I'm
cool. But see, he should
He is.
appreciate somebody like me because you can prove me wrong, and guess what? I'm gonna give you your flowers, brother.
What you
You
talking
Yeah.
about?
did
Yeah,
that.
I might put you in the ring with him.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Why he want to fight me because I picked El Rayo?
Nah, it ain't that
That's
serious.
not allowed. We can't do
It
that.
ain't that
We
so
can't
serious.
do
I
that.
so
We can't do
talking
that.
about like the whole Crawford and Spence. We got Canelo and Crawford coming up in
Hmm.
Yeah.
September. What
Yeah.
is your thoughts on that fight and who you got?
I'm excited. I am so excited. People feel like some people they feel that Canelo is so much bigger than Bud, and they're about the same height. Bud might be an inch taller. The body size is the same. Canelo he looks bigger on TV, but I'm sure y'all have seen both of them in real life. And that's not the case. I definitely, hands down, I'm not a fan of Canelo, even though I give him his flowers. He's done amazing things, but he's just not my guy. Bud is my guy, and I'm not betting against Bud.
Christine,
Yes,
I
Mm,
sir.
know, Bud is your guy. You was never a fan of Canelo, ever?
I wasn't. You can go back and
Ever?
all my interviews and anything. And he, like I said, I don't take anything away. He is proven. He's done amazing things. I just never got on that bandwagon with him.
me neither.
And I'm
I'm,
Mexican.
I'm, I'm, I'm there with you, man. You know,
I
hey,
thought,
You was
listen,
I
never
thought
a fan, Joe? You was never a fan? You was never a fan, Joe?
hey, AK, hold on. See what he's trying to do to me, Smoke? This is crazy. AK, as long as you know me, when have you ever heard me a fan of Canelo? When? Please
yeah,
name the
everybody
time.
know
Name the fight.
on here, Christine. I'm real big on drug taking.
Yeah.
I'm real big on PED taking. Real
Yeah.
big. If you take PEDs, I'm on you for your whole career.
Right.
Okay, I don't care who you are.
Even
I'm on.
Alicia.
I'm
Oh
on.
yeah.
See, all right, now, all right. Hold, look, let's clear this up.
He tried
Hold
not
on,
to, Christine, but he had
hold
to.
on.
He
Nah,
had to.
never. Hold on. Let's clear this up. You want to know who my woman in boxing is?
Who? Who?
Clarissa is the sis, 100%.
Yeah.
But the one that I look at like that, how everybody looks at Alicia Baumgardner, I don't look at her like that.
Okay.
I honestly feel like she looks like a man.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
No disrespect to her skills. No
Don't
disrespect
get
to
us
her skills.
canceled.
She's nice. She's nice. But my girl is Raquel Miller.
Oh, she's beautiful. Love Raquel.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. Now, I was never, ever on the bandwagon of Alicia Baumgardner. I always thought, she a cool fighter and stuff like that. And then she popped for PDs, and I'm like, I definitely don't want to see it no more.
Yeah.
But everybody else around me is, oh my God, Alicia looks so good. I'm not.
Yeah, she was innocent because she looked so good.
I don't think she looked good like that. When everybody said that, I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm pulling out Raquel Miller. I think Raquel.
Yeah, Raquel is gorgeous and she's so nice. She's a sweet girl.
When is she getting back in the ring? I know T Baby got a title shot coming up
with Sky.
with Sky.
Against Sky. You know, I don't know. I know they had. I mean, I don't want to talk too much on it. I'll just say I know there were some situations they were working through. I'm not sure when she's gonna get back in the ring.
Yeah. So, and you say T Baby's fighting Sky on a turkey card?
On March 22nd. No, I was saying the Sky was the only female that's ever been on the Riyadh season on a turkey out of sheet card. But this is the zone that Sky and Tia are going to be on March 22nd.
T Baby.
Who's the headline of that card? March 22nd.
The headliner is going to be what's his name from Australia?
Kambosos.
Kambosos, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Christine.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Women Crush Wednesdays.
Yeah, Women Crushing It Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, I got my girls and I on there, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. You know, we talk boxing. We know what we're talking about. We have some great guests on there. We have a good time. It's just like this. Like, you know, we're just chilling, talking amongst friends, interacting with the chat, you know. And if you watch the show and you follow me on social media, you'll see that I did a video way before that Roach was going to beat Tank, and I said how, and I got all kinds of stuff thrown at me. But you know, I fed everybody crow on Wednesday. I will say that.
Yeah, now listen, man. When you say anything wrong about Tank, you get the craziest backlash in the world. The craziest backlash. You go against Tank, you the worst person in the world. You go with Devin Haney, you the worst person in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what it is. Why everybody hate Devin? They love Tank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Devin will give you what you want.
Right.
He'll give you what you want.
And you know, I'm a mom. It's like sometimes I feel sorry for Devin. He just, I was like, hey, leave him alone.
You get the most hate in the world. So at the end of boxing, right, where you like, you know what? I think I'm gonna hang it up. I'm not gonna do this no more. Like, what is it that you want to be remembered for?
Man, you know what? Honestly, my guys and my guys and girls that I train, you know, they know that my first priority is their safety before anything. And I just want to be known that I did the very best to protect them and wasn't ever trying to get anything from them, and that I love them, you know, pretty much. I don't need my name in lights. You know, I'm a real person with a real heart and real feelings, and I really care. That's why I'm in this. I mean, there's been times when I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. You know, I don't know. But then I think about all my boxing kids, and I'm like, well, who's going to take care of them? Who's going to make sure they don't get with the wrong people that's going to hurt them or take from them? So I can't do it. As long as God gives me life, I'm here.
So listen, man, salute to Christine Lopez, man,
Thank you
for that right there. Like, you don't hear, like, I talked to a bunch of coaches. I know they, for the most part, they all love their fighters, but you never really hear that type of stuff coming from the coaches.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely a salute to you. 100%.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
Appreciate that.
Y'all got any questions for one of the queens of boxing.
Yeah, I know at one point in time you worked with Coach Ron Sims before, right?
I
Mm,
love Coach Ron.
mm.
Oh, that's my dog right
Yo,
there, man.
that
Yeah,
That's my
us three
dog right
here,
there.
we
that's
love
my
He
him.
down, he down
guy.
here in
That's a
H-Town
Yeah.
right now.
He was
Huh?
in India for a while. I was like, when you coming back? And now he's back.
Mm-hmm.
Back.
Oh,
yeah.
one of them fighters, Nishan came down here and he with him now.
That's
Nishan the
great,
time.
man. Listen, he had a good little team up there. That's
Yeah,
good.
nah, yeah.
That's good he got him down here. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. I think Nishan gonna be coming down to Houston as well.
That's fabulous.
Yeah,
I love Houston. You know, I love
yeah.
Houston.
You know what I mean? Down here, man.
Ron is the shit. He's modest as hell.
Yeah, he is.
I tell him this all the time. You the shit, bro.
He
You
is.
the shit, Coach Ron. That's a fact.
Yeah, when y'all see him, tell him I said hello. I haven't talked to him in a while.
So we talk to
Oh
Coach
yeah.
Ron. We
You
just
talk
talk
to him every day.
every day.
Yeah,
Every
Every
day.
that's
day.
good.
He went
Every
to
day.
it's a fight going on. It's a female fight going on tomorrow at Red Owl. I forgot the young lady name. He told me that's fighting tomorrow, but he went to the weigh-in today. I don't know
Okay.
if you know about it. I forgot the girl name he said, but yeah,
Okay.
I think he'll be in her corner tomorrow at the Red
Okay,
Owl.
good. Okay, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a great coach. I like picking his brain. He's always been very respectable and nice to me. I've known him since way back. I mean, way back.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's Coach
good
Ron.
guy. Real good guy.
Yes,
That's
man.
that's one of the best coaches in the game.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? That everybody don't know. He's one of the best coaches in the game. A
Yeah.
lot of like I've been out with him at fights, and the way people come to him and
Mm-hmm.
ask him for advice on certain
Yes.
things, it just is crazy.
And he gives it.
Yes,
Right,
he
freely. But you
does.
gotta think about it, Smoke. That's why, in the stoop boxing mind, like a Shakur Stevenson will want him around all the time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it makes sense. It
Yeah,
makes sense.
there's some coaches that they won't help the next man or woman. I know
Right.
coaches like that. That's why, like when you said that you had messaged me, and I want to be very open and humble. Yeah, there's some crazy people out there, but I give everybody an opportunity, and I'll help anybody or do whatever anybody needs. I mean, I feel the same.
Now, facts. Even the second time I hit you, I think
Hmm.
what was it? Maybe 15 minutes later,
Hmm.
I got an interview.
Hmm.
Oh, sure, yeah, let's do this. Y'all don't know if you remember me from the chicken. I remember you from the chicken fight.
I
Like,
do. I
so,
do. Yes, I do.
know what I'm saying? So like it's like I told you, it's an honor to have you up here. You've been in the game for 25 years. You got a lot of achievements. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And people out here really need to know who you are and give
I
you the praise that you
appreciate that.
deserve. You need
I
the flowers
appreciate
while
that.
you're here and still in the boxing game.
Yeah, thank y'all. No, I appreciate it. It's an honor to be on the show. That's for sure.
Now, always my Smoke With Me TV house always open for you. I know the Let's Talk Sports y'all with AK. I know he with it. And Joe, like I said, Prophet, he everywhere. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
awesome. That's
He's
awesome.
everywhere. Every fight, he everywhere with it. So
I'm gonna be looking for that hat.
Oh, come on now. You can't miss this. You can't miss that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I appreciate Christine for real. It was definitely a pleasure, talking with you, picking your brain. I mean,
Yes,
25 years in the game. I mean, we can't even get all the knowledge in this hour that we had you, but it's been a pleasure though, for real.
same. Likewise.
not for real. So before I let you go, I just gotta
Yes,
ask you.
sir.
I gotta ask you for one big favor.
Okay.
If you can give me a quick drop, tell them who you are, tell them to come to the Smokehouse and get with your boy
Absolutely.
Smoke, and hit them likes and subscribe.
Yes, my name is Christine Lopez, Women Crushing It Wednesday, in the ring with Christine. Come stop by the Smokehouse. Please like and subscribe. I've already subscribed, and I'm going to keep on looking and watching out for the shows. So if you want to be cool like me, you're going to do the same thing.
Forgive me.
Appreciate that. That was the hardest intro I ever had, man. That's definitely going on my intro. We putting them all together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I thank you guys. I'm going to hop on something else right now. So I'll talk to y'all soon.
No,
All
thank you,
right,
Christine. It was
Take
an
care.
honor.
God bless.
Tell
Bye-bye.
Chicken we said what's up. Tell
I
Nike we said
will
what's
do
up.
it. I
Yeah,
will
no,
do it.
I'm a cold chicken. I'm a cold chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give her a call. Give her a call.
yeah, tell
Okay.
Nike we
all
said
right
what's
now.
up too.
Yeah, Nike. Yeah, I'll tell her.
All right.
Easy.
Take care. Bye bye.